Austin, congratulations. How are you feeling right now?
Man, I feel great, relieved. I was just super nervous, stressed out all camp. I wanted to come here, get a win, and I did that, and now I can breathe a little.
Awesome. As you saw, there was high output from both of you guys. Is that the sort of fight you expected going into it?
Yeah. He comes forward hard. He's a talented young fighter. He throws heat. And he's constantly coming forward. This was the fight I was expecting, and he brought it, and I feel like I brought it, and I hope it was very entertaining for everyone.
It definitely was, and it's not your first win inside the promotion, but it's your first win in this new second tenure. So what can the fans expect out of this, maybe Hubbard 2.0 or just second tenure version of you?
Yeah, I've learned a lot from my first stint on through to where I am right now. A lot of things in my life has changed. I've learned a lot of lessons. I evolved as a person, as a fighter, and I feel like I don't want to say I got it figured out, but I got it more figured out. And just looking to keep growing off of this and keep it, climbing and putting consistent wins together, and yeah.
Obviously, you came off being a finalist on TUF 31. Did the house experience help you develop as a fighter, or even just a person in general?
Yeah, that whole experience is it's a crazy experience for people who have never experienced that sort of thing. You're just completely cut off from the world for 6 weeks or whatever it was, and you're living with these guys, training with these guys. I never expected to become friends with these guys, and I did in there. There's a lot of really good people in that house with us. You kind of bond and share your stories and things like that because there's nothing else to do. And then you have to go fight them, and that was a growing learning lesson for me. And I feel like that helped me be who I need to be fight night and put everything aside and just kind of show up and fight and do the job. And I feel like that helped me tonight for sure, even though I didn't have to live with this dude or anything. But it just kind of helped sharpen that kill switch a little bit.
And when we recall your finals and the other finals from that TUF 31, it was a loud TD Garden. Obviously, people were going crazy for those fights. So how did that experience compare to today here, at the Apex? But it was still a great fight.
Yeah. I've fought at the Apex quite a few times now, including the Ultimate Fighter. I'll probably have 7 fights in here because, lockdown and we were doing all these Apex cards. So I feel very comfortable here. I like the smaller cage doesn't bother me at all because, I'm coming forward anyway. So, yeah, I felt at home.
Awesome. And the coaches from that season finally got booked officially. So what were your reactions to it, and how do you see it going?
I was very happy that it finally got announced. That's a huge opportunity for, Chandler. He was obviously my coach, and I'm very happy that he has that opportunity because McGregor's still one of the biggest names in the world in this sport, and he's always, been an entertainer, and I think that's going to bring a lot of eyes, obviously, for that fight. And, I'm just happy to see them both back in there. I know McGregor broke his leg, and that's very unfortunate coming off of that. And I think it's going to be an amazing fight. Obviously, I'm partial to my coach, so I'm pulling for my coach, but nonetheless, it's going to be a great fight.
And back to you, you're in a very deep division inside the UFC. So the next time you do go out there, is there a specific name you want to face or a specific style of opponent that you want to see across from you?
No, I don't care. I've never cared who I fight. I show up. My job is to show up and fight. I leave that to the people whose jobs that it is. Sean Shelby, UFC, my managers, coaches. So whatever works for me, I'll show up and fight my heart out. So.
No, obviously a big win here in Q1 of 2024. What is your end goal by the end of this year? Where do you want to be?
I'm very determined to put consistent wins together. So I'm keep winning. Obviously my first stint, I went win one, lose one, win one, lose one. I want to go out there and prove that I know what I am capable of, and I am capable of putting consistent wins together, and I just need to go out there and do it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Austin in the back. I was just wondering if you could elaborate a little bit when you were talking about your nerves going into this fight. Was it added because, was there more than usual because it was your first fight back?
You know, I think it was like a combination. I have a baby due in a few weeks. I've come out of a very dark hole, you know. I just wanted to win so bad to get me and my family in a better position, you know, get in a better financial position to welcome my baby due in a few weeks. And, you know, I just, like I said earlier, I know what I'm capable of, and I want to come out here and put consistent wins together, and I know I'm capable of it. So I just held myself to a high standard all camp and made it, you know, very serious. And it just made me nervous. I don't know.
I think now that there's like a weight lifted off your shoulders, that's kind of going to stay those nerves because, like you said, you have a baby on the way and you're supporting for someone more than yourself and your family now.
Yeah, that, and you know, like I said earlier, I've learned a lot of growing lessons, you know, through my first stint on till now, and I feel like I know how to, you know, point my focus where it needs to go. You know, I know what's important to me. You know, I love fighting, but it's not everything. You know what I mean? My family's everything, and providing for them is everything. And this is means to doing that. And I know, you know, I need to put strict focus into that to perform the way I need to perform and go out there and do what I need to do to ultimately help my family.
And last question, you know, it was a really close fight. What do you think specifically just did set you apart to get the win?
You know, I feel like I did well interrupting his strikes. I felt like I seen when he was throwing his big strikes, and I just countered well. And then, you know, the takedowns, I had more takedowns than he did. And I don't know the numbers or anything, and I obviously need to watch the fight back, but I felt like I outstruck him. My strikes varied, kicks, punch, body, head, just all around. I felt like I won that fight.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.